That's right, I am super bold. What up guys, it's your boy, and back with another video. First, it's gotta be a little bit of a life update, and then we're moving on to answer one question that I got asked quite often recently is, how do you find a place to stay if you're moving to Tallinn? What I have been up to. I have been up to no good. No, I graduated last year from a master program in Tallinn University, and now I'm doing a PhD over here. First year is already done, so I have 2 or 3 more years to go. For that, I have a big project coming up. It's gotta be a construction project related to my thesis. And then on the side, I also want to finish doing like at least 100 interviews with Estonians on the side. I got the idea probably from Lov. Go check out his video, he's great. LAHWF. He's doing all this chatting with video, and I got inspiration probably from him. And then, kind of combine that with my interest in talking to people and wanting to know more about Estonian and life in Estonia in general. So I just started doing it. And so far I had like 8 episodes, I believe. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm trying to diversify the demographic a little bit more. But it's hard, People are suspicious about your intention when you're just hitting them up randomly and say, hey look, I want to interview you. I don't know you, but I'm just a bold ass Asian dude coming out of nowhere, and you got to come out to my apartment and we gotta do an interview. I'm gonna set up a camera in front of you and you gotta open up. Yeah, it takes some persuasion here and there. Yep, that's 2 things I want to do. One, finish a PhD degree in the next couple years, and then on the side finish my 100 episodes of chatting with Estonians. Yeah, life is good. This March, I think, I got myself a 2007 Honda Jazz. Great fucking vehicle, I love it. Just a couple weeks ago, I drove down south through Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Czech, Austria, and then back up Germany, Denmark, Sweden. So it was like a 4,000 kilometer long, kind of around the Baltic Sea kind of road trip, I guess. It was great, it was fantastic. I'm not trying to flip you or anything, but I got my finger injured while I was climbing mountain in the Alps. That was pretty fun. Yeah, scary, but in hindsight, it's fun. So recently, a few peeps on the internet have asked me, like, how do you find a place if you're moving to Estonia? It's hard, I know it's hard to find a place. Back then, what I did was I started looking for apartment on the internet. I found a few really useful websites, cave8.ee and city24.ee, and they're great. But back then I was in Japan. I couldn't make any calls to the brokers or the landlords, so that kind of fell apart. Later on, I just made a video, I remember, and I posted on this little Facebook group where people like exchange, accommodation info in Tallinn. I got quite some response. One of those is the owner of 16 Euro Hotel. Shout out to, I forgot his name, but yeah, shout out to the owner of the 16 Euro Hotel in Yaletown. And he said, hey, we had a place for you if you wanna come out. I took the deal and I say, cool. I got 1 single room reserved in that hostel, and I didn't really specify how long I want to stay. It was like an open-end kind of a deal. I went there, paid like 40 euro per night for that. But I know it wasn't gonna be a long-term solution for me. Once I moved in, I went by the university trying to figure out if they have any places for me in the dorm. They didn't. It was super late. Everything was booked out. And I went around the university, and whenever I meet somebody, I would just ask. I say, hey, look, I'm homeless, right? I just moved here. And if you know somebody who is renting a place out, I might be interested. And I found a place in like a few days, and it was great. Right across the street from the university, 5 minutes walk, top. Great, it worked out. I paid 400 euro or something for it, and I shared the place with one of my, another roommate. I had 3 roommates, I think 4. I have 4 roommates in 2 years. Every semester I got a new Erasmus students moving in, which was a great experience. I loved it. But now I have my own place, which is also great. Get on the ground and ask around, because over here it's a small market. You see, let's say this is a pool. Where you're from, the pool is like way bigger. It's huge. You can look for those places on the internet. The market is saturated with offers on the market constantly. It's moving fast. Okay, you can tap in anytime you want. But here it's a small pool. It's this big. Okay, and all those good places, they transfer from hand to hand very privately. Somebody want to move out, hey, they will just ask around their friends, and somebody definitely has got to pick that one up. You don't have a chance if you're somewhere else, or if you're relying on the broker. That's basically like what I want to say. Once you're here, once you're on the ground, you got a lot more going on for you compared to, you know, previously when you're like abroad somewhere. It depends on how much you want to spend. You find a place for yourself in a hostel or your hotel, and then you just look around. You know, walk around the university, talk to people, and then ask people where do they get their place. I got my place like that. If you're a university student, go to school and ask around. To sum it up, first come here. Don't stress out over accommodation too much. If you have a place figured out for you by your company or your university, good for you. You're all set. For those people who haven't got this covered, come over, book a place in a hostel or hotel, because, well, especially at this time, you know, I don't know if you're coming over in the winter, we don't even have to book a place. You just walk in and it's gotta be good. But, you know, August is still popular tourist season. But get a place for yourself ahead of time. Reserve like 1 to 2 weeks, right? And then you go out and you talk to people, you find a place. And then you move in, you have a few roommates, you live a few beautiful years in Estonia, and then you fuck off. I'm in a weird mood today.